Okay.
So do we look at the camera or do we look
I think a little bit of both.
like at it and what's up, guys?
I think, yeah, kind of a little bit of both.
Okay.
We'll see.
Like-
we'll fill it out.
Okay.
And if it looks weird later, we'll just decide
it.
that later we don't. Okay, so we just got done with practice. Not our own practice. We went to visit a friend.
Yeah. No gi.
Jules, in downtown LA. And jiu-jitsu has just given us a lot of things. One of them being a bunch of badass women that we now get to call friends.
Yeah.
And one of the most badass women is right here, this one.
And she's one too.
Ugh. And so we promised a little intro video because we are doing something really scary, which is starting to document just some of our
moments.
story, our
Yeah.
moments. It's scary to like turn on a camera, point it at yourself, and be like, I think what I have experienced is valuable and important, and I want to share with the world. So even right now, my heart's beating a little bit faster. I'm like,
and it's like, you know, we're gonna edit it, but it's still like
we'll give you guys the good
Talking
stuff
to
eventually.
it.
This is with total humility. I want to say this to to start it all off. I know that
we've never done anything like this before.
never done anything like this before. We know we have tons more to learn about life, but I think for some reason we've been given a lot of key life lessons. Jiu-jitsu brought us together, but there's a bunch of other things that now we're starting to see. Like there's some weird parallels. Like sometimes I look at Gianne and hear her stories and I'm like, there's two things I experience. I look at you and hear your stories and I'm like, wow, I want to be that someday. And then the other half the time I'm like, oh my God, I've been that and I know exactly what you're talking about. So we wanted to just introduce ourselves. We're in Gianni's room,
Yes.
and I might actually just live here forever and ever in these.
Wait, this is the cutest. Look, it has a little tail.
Thank you.
They're so comfy.
I live here now.
I love.
Show
I'm
them
all
yours.
about comfort.
Seriously, you're the queen of comfort. So bougie, I love it.
Just comfortable.
Okay, so you want to tell them how we met?
Yeah.
Yeah, start telling them, and I'll look for the post. I have the
Okay.
post.
So I had just moved here, and I was on Instagram and kind of just looking at BJJ girl hashtags, surf hashtags, boxing hashtag, whatever hashtags in LA, and I came across Giselle's Instagram page, and it was a photo. I think it was of you boxing.
It was
like, I don't know if it was of her boxing,
I'll show it to you
jiu-jitsu, or whichever one it was. Whichever one it was, she's gonna show it to
that's
us.
like all the pictures.
And I think I commented and said, "Oh my God."
Okay, so
It was
it was
one of
this
those.
picture. I don't know if the camera will focus. We'll cut to it later, and then I'm gonna find your comment.
Yeah, that is the photo. What did I say?
Wait, oh, you messaged me.
DM'd you. No, I think I was I was liking them.
You liked a bunch
I
of my
liked a
pictures.
whole bunch
She
of her
followed
pictures.
me.
I started following her. I liked a whole bunch of her pictures. I just started at this one gym. I didn't know anybody there, but I was just trying to figure out what gym she was at so that I could possibly. Okay, so I was always gonna meet her at some point.
I'm scrolling. It's a hard DM. It's a long list.
Basically, I slid in her DM. And I told her that I thought that she was amazing and that everything that she had posted was basically what I've wanted to do since I've moved here. One of the reasons why I moved here was to pursue just everything that I've been interested in, and jiu-jitsu was one of those things. So I messaged her and we kind of just went back and forth like, oh my God, you do? Yeah, me too. Oh my God. So and then we finally, I think it might have been just like maybe a month before we actually met.
Yeah, so it was right before your birthday. You were going home for your birthday.
Oh yeah, and then you were traveling.
And then I was traveling. I don't know where I think I went to Puerto Rico. And then we finally, with patience, because there's a lot of people that I've connected with on social media or just met randomly. It kind of like, you're like, yeah, let's meet up. And it never happens.
Yeah.
But like very naturally, I was like, yeah, let's meet up. And then we committed and we finally met up.
Yeah, we met at a...
So you were looking for a gym.
Yeah.
And I am a big fan of just visiting gyms.
Right.
I love to like just go and meet new people at new gyms. I was like, I'll go with you. We'll
Yeah.
go search them all.
Like, let's go to one closer to your house. But I was leaving from work, so it actually took me forever to get there. But as soon as I got to the gym, she was sitting there, and it was just like, it was like we were already friends, and we kind of stood up and hugged, and we were kind of like...
It was like, yeah, like it didn't at all feel weird. Like I knew in my mind that this was the first time I was meeting her, but in my heart it was just like, come here, girl.
Like, hey, we're here today.
And you had these really cool braids.
I did have braids, didn't I?
Okay, you did. I was like, how is she gonna jujitsu in those
They're
braids?
like down to my waist, and I had to do the whole top knot thing. So every time I fall, it just like it was hard to hold my head. Like if I were to roll with you, it would just be ponytail up.
There's like a braid in your nose.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind it though.
Yeah, it was fun. And your hair is long too, but it was a different. I don't know. It just felt like we've been friends, and after we were in the class for about an hour.
We ended up, so we were at Cobrina's headquarters. Didn't even know, because of course we love jujitsu, but like we didn't have to know the names. We didn't grow up with it like other people in other families. Yeah. This is all new to us. So we're like rolling, and I was like, oh, this instructor is cute. And then later we find him on Instagram, and he's like the super famous
world champion. And he's like, he's in his 20s. He's a black belt. He's just dominating, and I don't even know his name.
Yeah,
I should edit that in, like his. We'll figure it out. We'll share.
We'll figure it out.
But anyways, it was fun. It was fun to be there and to learn a little bit about someone who we had no idea who it was. And then we went to dinner, I guess.
Yeah, immediately after we're like tacos. So we, you stayed in your gi pants.
Yeah, I love my gi pants.
You really do. Do people ever ask you if you're like a nurse, or do they know?
People who know, I mean, they'll just be, if anybody says anything, they'll just say, where do you train at? Yeah, so, because I mean, if anyone cares, they would know if they were gi pants.
Yeah.
But if anybody says anything to me about them, it's normally, where do you train?
Where do you train?
Yeah.
So we go get tacos, and which I love, being Mexican.
Taco queen.
You said tacos. You didn't even say where. I was like, yes.
I was like, tacos. Like, yeah. It was.
We go to Trejo's tacos, and we sit down, and again, it doesn't feel like, so tell me about you. We just got into it, and I remember. I don't know if you remember. I was like, so what was a breaking point? Like, what was a moment when you realized you wanted more out of your life? And you told me the story about your dad.
Yeah.